to another game review. Sorry I haven't done a game review in such a long time, just that school got in the way, and I did not expect it to be, like 34 months since I've done a game review. But I'm finally back, hopefully on a much more consistent schedule since summer has now begun. Hopefully when the school year starts again, I'll probably keep up with the game review schedule and countdown videos and whatnot. So without further ado, today's game review will be on The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds, released on the Nintendo 3DS. The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds was first announced on April 17th, 2013's Nintendo Direct. The last thing they showed was this game, and it caught everyone by surprise, including myself. And even though at the time I didn't have much experience with the Zelda franchise, it still looked pretty cool. And even when the game was finally released, people loved this game. Near perfect scores everywhere, and it had me interested. I purchased this game the day after along with Super Mario 3D World, and when I purchased it, I knew I would play this less than Super Mario 3D World, but hey, Toys R Us had buy one get one 40% off on all new games. I played this a bit, I was enjoying myself, I was doing it on and off. I think the reason was because I've only played Skyward Sword and Ocarina of Time before this, and I've only finished Skyward Sword. A Link Between Worlds takes place after A Link to the Past, but 6 generations after. So all the new characters are new versions of themselves. You play as Link, or whoever you want to name him, and you have to go and save Hyrule from Yuga. You have to go and travel between Hyrule and Lorule. Lorule is the dark version of Hyrule, to go and defeat Yuga, which is basically the new villain, and restore balance to Hyrule. And that was basically a quick plot summary. That's because I'm pretty sure most Zelda fans know how the game story goes and really doesn't care. So yeah. Now with that terrible plot summary out of the way, let's get into the meat of the game, the gameplay. The Zelda series now returns to the top-down perspective kind of gameplay. A Link Between Worlds' map is on the bottom of the 3DS screen along with items and gear, and the top screen is where all of the action happens. The world is very similar to A Link to the Past's hub world, since it is 6 generations after. In the dungeons, there is a 3D effect for Link to be jumping between levels, to go and solve puzzles, to go and advance. Many items return from previous Zelda games like bombs and arrows, and when Link has full health, he could go and shoot a projectile with the Master Sword. The rupee count can now go up to 9,999. You can place pins on the bottom of the 3DS screen, which is where the map is, for locations that you might want to go and return to later. You can go through walls with the new item, and it could help you solve puzzles and find secrets throughout the world. All major items can be accessed in Ravio's shop by renting them at first, but you could later be able to buy them. If you die with these rental items, all of the items you rented will go back to Ravio, and you will have to go and rent them again. That's why I see buying them is a lot better than renting, but in the beginning of the game you will be forced to go and rent certain items to go in advance. There are still items to find within the dungeons, so it's not like you can buy everything in the beginning of the game and be super overpowered. There are still heart pieces to go and find and collect, and there is a new collectible called the Maya Mize. They are spread out throughout Hyrule and Lorule, and when you find enough to the mother, you will be able to go and upgrade an item that you bought, like the bow and arrow or the bomb or something like that. Now you have an energy bar, which will be used when you are using an item or the painting version of yourself. Overall, the gameplay is really fun. The energy bar makes it less stressful trying to go and conserve ammo and not worrying about running out of bombs or arrows as well. But when using the painting power, you also use the bar itself, so you might have to go and refill it just by standing there midway so you don't fall through. I love the rental system. The amount of rupees that you find as well is really cool, and it makes easy for everything to be affordable within this game. The gameplay style of this game is great, and overall my favorite within the series. The graphics for this game look amazing. The models are spot on, and how they use the 3D to their advantage is pretty neat. The graphics are great, but still are not as good as Fire Emblem Awakening's graphics. So just from the gameplay alone, I love this game. The story doesn't do much for me, and the graphics are still really awesome, but the gameplay alone sold me on this game. This is my favorite Zelda game of all time, but keep in mind, I've only played 2 Zelda games prior to this, so to anyone that's a casual to the Zelda franchise, I highly recommend it, like myself. But to anyone that's a veteran to the Zelda franchise, I think that you will still really enjoy this game. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys haven't already, hit that subscribe button for new videos up every Saturday. Drop a like to go and show your support, and that gives me feedback on whether or not I should keep doing Zelda games or 3DS games and whatnot. So hit that like button. And if you guys want to see more updates on my future videos, that's why I've been updating on why I have been doing game reviews, because big tests were coming up and whatnot. Facebook, Twitter, if you guys want to keep in touch with me, ask questions and whatnot, you know, Facebook, Twitter in the description below. If you guys want to see more game reviews like this, I have a entire playlist in the description below as well. And I do have a Let's Play channel where I play games every Sunday. And yeah, you guys could also check that channel out in the description below as well. So I think that is about it. Thank you guys for watching this video again. I'll see you guys next time with more videos. Game on, gamers!